2 Corinthians chapter 1. In 2 Corinthians 1, Paul explains one of the reasons why we suffer and why and how we experience comfort from Jesus in those sufferings. He says that God comforts us in all our affliction so that we may be able to comfort those that are in any affliction through the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted of God. If we are afflicted, he says, it is for your comfort and salvation. If we are comforted, it is for your comfort, which works in the patient enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer. So, if we suffer anything, it is so that ultimately others may be comforted in our comfort. True Christianity, then, authentic relationship with God, simply can't be lived out in isolation, with us asking God for things and Him giving them to us just for us. No, we need to discern how others will be affected by our experience of answered prayer and bear this in mind when formulating our prayers. Job, we're told, was a perfect man before the affliction started, and he's presented as a perfect man when they're all over. So the purpose of his trials was not only to develop him, but also in order to teach the friends and us, the readers, some lessons. The purpose of our trials too may not only be for our benefit. In fact, it may not be for our benefit at all, but so that we might comfort others who go through what we've gone through. If we suffer anything, Paul says, we just read, it is so that we might comfort others who suffer the same. So consider too how that palsied man was healed by the Lord in order to teach others that Jesus had the power to forgive sins. His experiences were to teach others of the Lord's power to forgive. This principle is why experiences repeat between the lives of God's children. Our experiences connect with those of biblical characters, thus the biblical records become alive and intensely personal for each of us. And we see similarities in patterns and experiences between our lives and those of people contemporary with us. Because if we suffer anything, it is so that we can mediate that comfort to those who suffered as we do. So to go into our shells and not do this not only makes our own suffering harder, but it frustrates the very purpose of why God's given that suffering to us. This is the whole purpose, I suggest, of fellowship, of getting to know each other, of meeting together, so that we share the comfort that we received with them.